we not too long ago, so I tested a bunch of different software trying to find some type of, because I knew I'm like, there's got to be a software that will allow us to have a conversation about these particular jobs, because in-house at any given time we had 30, 40, 50 jobs going on where they were at various stages. Some were being quoted and some were being designed, and some were going through the process of being drawn and then ordered, the materials ordered for it, and then some were out there obviously in the shop being built and manufactured. So at any time, these jobs are all in different stages, and the way that we had been kind of communicating with it before was through radio. Where are you at on this job? What are you doing on that one? And it was just, that guy out there knows about his few jobs, and this guy over here knows about his few jobs, but nobody knew each other's information without just asking. And so tested a bunch of stuff, found some expensive stuff, found some cheap stuff, but then finally landed on this one thing called Monday.com, and we really liked it. And we've been using it for about a month and a half, 2 months, and people are just raving about it. I started it on August 1st. I've been working with it for about 2 months, but I started in the office about August 1st, and basically I put every job, whether it was a small, tiny material order or the biggest job we have, it's all listed on here. And then it goes across like an Excel spreadsheet, but it's cloud-based and it's shareable, where it shows every phase that job is going to go through in our company. And as it goes through that phase, the person that completes that phase is going to click done. And it's going to show, this is at this point. I can pull it up and show you how many jobs we have and where they are in each stage, if it's been, parts have been ordered for it, if it's out of manufacturing, if it's been loaded on the back of a truck, if it's been paid for or not. And then also we can make comments where I might say some things about the job, or the salesman might, or whatever. And so we're having a dialogue going on about each job. So months later, you can go back and see what was progressing about it. So then when it ships, we move it down to a completed section. Say it gets over there and there's something missing. The customer calls in saying there's a problem. We can move it over to a board that has kind of like our post-shipment job issue board, where there's a few jobs out there and we're working on making sure all that's corrected. That way the ball don't get dropped. And so it seems like everything in the office has just kind of come to a quiet hum, because we're not having to run around asking people to do things for us.
Well, in a scale of industry that you're doing right now, I bet you saw yourself having the conversation with the architect, and then having the same exact conversation with the painters, and then having the same one with the truck driver. So yeah, I mean, when you can take one conversation, write it down, and everybody can see that conversation, it saves you time.
Yeah, and the biggest thing is everybody's going to have their own thing. Everybody's going to have their own system in place. But for us, what works so good is because we have so much information coming in. This just kind of gives us a way to keep it organized and keep it communicated. And I think it also holds people accountable. Are they doing their job? Are they doing it on time? I feel like things have sped up because of that. So we're finding that also there's less. I think people know they're being watched now. Which, that wasn't my goal, but it's kind of like a sideline issue that worked out for us. But anyway, yeah, what we've seen